Welcome back to another episode of MotoGP Mac, and today we're going to talk about the ongoing test session that is currently happening in Jerez. Now, at the moment, Honda, KTM, Aprilia and Yamaha are currently conducting a test in Jerez. Ducati have opted to run a test later. Normally, they would run that after the Austrian Grand Prix in Mugello or Misano, so we will definitely have to wait and see for that. But definitely one of the biggest things that we've heard is that the Kalex chassis is being tested for the very first time. It's also kind of ironic that both factory riders are currently injured, but it was always supposed to be Bradl that is running the test of this chassis. Now, this tells me one or two things for definite, that this Kalex chassis was definitely in the pipeline for months before being released. If you can remember, it was only in the last 2 weeks or so that the news broke that they were going to run the chassis, and all of a sudden the chassis is now here. So there is definitely work being going on in the background for many months. As I said, Bradl will be the man throwing the leg over the bike, and his test realistically is to understand whether this Kalex chassis is the right way to go or is it not. So before Marquez and Mir even get to have a go off it, he is going to, I suppose, give his input into whether it's the right direction or not. Hopefully for Honda, they will understand what they need. But again, the test after Jerez in May, this is the kind of point, I suppose, or this is the prelude test to what they're going to be testing there. There is some rumors for Yamaha as well, but I'll go through those in a different story. But I think it's very interesting that they are there. Also, for KTM, this is a good time for Jonas Folger to get up to speed, because he is coming back to racing and he will be going again in Kota. So it definitely will be interesting. I would presume it is Lorenzo Salvadori that is doing the testing on the Aprilia and Cal Crutchlow doing the testing on the Yamaha. Now, this is a private test, so there's not a lot of pictures coming out of it yet, but I really find it interesting that Honda are moving fast with the Kalex chassis and bringing it forward rather than just leaving Marquez to test it. I think there's definitely a little bit of cautiousness thrown in here with Bradl doing the tests first. But what do you think of Bradl riding the Kalex chassis first? What do you think, or what are your expectations from the Kalex chassis, knowing how the Kalex swing arm has worked wonders for the Honda? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another